You ever notice how some women can act not that interested right up until the moment they completely relax around you? That's the moment most men miss. Because guys are out here looking for obvious signs: big flirting, dirty talk, dramatic compliments. But attraction usually doesn't work like a movie scene. Most women are way more subtle than that, especially the ones who actually value themselves. And there's one body language signal that says more than words ever could. Not because it's sexual, because it's emotional. See, a woman can laugh at your jokes and still not trust you. She can text you every day and still keep her guard up. She can even kiss you and still be unsure about you. But when she lets you touch a certain part of her body without hesitation, especially naturally, comfortably, almost unconsciously, that's when her nervous system is saying, I feel safe with this man. And before some guy in the comments goes, Bro, just tell us the body part already. Relax. We're getting there. Because if you don't understand the psychology behind it, you'll completely ruin the moment anyway. A lot of men think attraction is about escalation. Push harder, move faster, be more dominant. But real connection? That's about reading comfort, reading emotional openness, understanding when a woman is inviting you closer versus when she's tolerating you. Huge difference. And honestly, most guys never learn this. They think if a woman allows physical touch at all, it means she's deeply attracted. Not necessarily. Some women are naturally touchy. Some are polite. Some avoid awkwardness. Some freeze up instead of rejecting directly. So if your entire dating strategy is, well, she didn't stop me, congratulations. You just described the behavior of every guy women complain about to their friends. The real signal isn't whether touch exists. It's where she allows it, and how she reacts emotionally when it happens. Because the body part we're talking about today is surprisingly personal. Her face. More specifically, her hair, cheeks, jawline, neck area. That soft personal space around the face where people instinctively protect themselves. Think about it. Humans guard the face naturally. It's vulnerable, emotional, intimate. You don't casually let people invade that space unless you trust them. So when a woman leans into your touch instead of away from it, when she lets you brush her hair back slowly, when she melts instead of stiffens when you touch her cheek, that's not random. That's emotional acceptance. And guys who understand female psychology know this has almost nothing to do with ownership and everything to do with emotional permission. Now, obviously, let's be adults here. Consent matters, comfort matters, chemistry matters. This isn't some magic cheat code where you touch a woman's face and suddenly romantic music starts playing in the background while pigeons fly through the city. Please. But if she's already attracted to you, emotionally open and comfortable, that area becomes incredibly revealing. Because women are highly aware of touch they don't want, especially near the face. A woman might tolerate a hand on her waist for a second. She might allow a hug socially. But unwanted face touch. Most women instantly recoil from it if they don't feel connected. That's why this signal matters. And here's where men accidentally sabotage themselves. They rush it. A guy finally gets a little chemistry going, and suddenly he's grabbing her chin like he's auditioning for a low-budget romance movie. Brother, calm down. Confidence is slow. Confidence pays attention. Confidence doesn't force intimacy before intimacy naturally exists. You know what actually makes a woman feel drawn toward you? Presence. That feeling that you're emotionally grounded enough not to rush every interaction toward validation. Because women can feel desperation almost instantly. Especially older, emotionally intelligent women. They've seen every performance already. Every fake alpha act, every scripted line from the internet. And the funny thing? The men who get the best reactions from women usually aren't trying so hard to get reactions. They're relaxed, they're observant, they understand tension. Let me paint you a picture. You're sitting close together, maybe after dinner, maybe during a quiet moment. She's talking, laughing softly, playing with her hair a little. Eye contact gets longer. The energy slows down. Now a nervous guy panics here. He either freezes completely or turns into a hyperactive octopus touching everything at once. Don't be that guy. A confident man understands pacing. Maybe he notices a strand of hair across her face and gently brushes it aside while still holding eye contact naturally. Not dramatically, not like he practiced it in the mirror for 40 minutes beforehand. And here's the key. She doesn't pull away. In fact, she moves closer. That tiny moment tells you more than an hour of texting ever will. Because attraction is less about what people say and more about what their body allows. Now, let's go deeper, because this is where female psychology gets interesting. Women often experience attraction emotionally first and physically second. Men are usually the reverse. Men see someone attractive and think, I want physical closeness. Women often need emotional safety before physical openness feels good. That's why emotional tension matters so much. And no, emotional tension does not mean acting toxic, mysterious, or emotionally unavailable, like some fake dating guru who wears sunglasses indoors. It means creating emotional polarity, playfulness, calm, masculine energy. The feeling that you're fully present instead of trying to impress every 5 seconds. Because when a woman trusts your energy, her body relaxes automatically. You'll notice it everywhere. Her shoulders soften. Her eye contact lingers. She starts touching you first. And yes, she becomes more comfortable with intimate touch around her face, neck, and hair because subconsciously she feels emotionally connected. This is also why needy men struggle so badly with attraction. They focus on outcome instead of connection. Every interaction feels loaded. Does she like me? Should I kiss her? What does this mean? Am I winning? Meanwhile, the woman is sitting there feeling analyzed like a science experiment. Nobody relaxes around that energy. But a grounded man? He enjoys the moment instead of trying to control it. And women feel that difference immediately. Now let's talk about one mistake that absolutely destroys attraction. Ignoring hesitation. Guys, if she stiffens, leans away, avoids eye contact, or seems uncomfortable, pay attention. Attraction isn't about convincing someone. It's about mutual openness. The sexiest thing you can do is read the room correctly. Honestly, women feel incredibly safe around men who respect subtle boundaries without making it awkward. That alone separates you from half the dating pool. Because sadly, many women are used to men pushing past comfort signals instead of understanding them. And here's the irony. The less pressure she feels from you, the more likely she is to open up naturally. That's how attraction works. Not forced, not chased, invited. You know what else women notice? How you touch them emotionally. Yeah, I said emotionally. Because physical touch without emotional awareness feels empty fast. A guy can put his hand on a woman's face and make her feel adored, or deeply uncomfortable. The difference is emotional calibration. Does she feel seen? Does she feel respected? Does she feel emotionally safe around you? Or does she feel like you're trying to win something? Women are incredibly sensitive to intention. That's why some men are technically handsome but still struggle with intimacy. Women don't fully relax around them because the energy feels performative. And some average-looking guy walks into the room, calm as hell, emotionally aware, grounded in himself. And suddenly, women can't stop thinking about him. Why? Because emotional safety is attractive, especially today. And let's be honest, a lot of people are emotionally exhausted. Dating apps, ghosting, fake confidence, weird games. Everybody's tired. So when a woman meets a man who actually pays attention, moves with calm confidence, and understands emotional pacing, that stands out immediately. And no, this doesn't mean becoming soft or passive. A lot of men misunderstand emotional intelligence. They think it means asking permission to blink. No, you can still be confident, direct, masculine, playful. But emotionally intelligent men understand timing. They understand that intimacy is built, not taken. And ironically, that's what makes women want them more. Because women want to feel desired without feeling pressured. That's the sweet spot. Now, another thing men need to understand. When a woman lets you touch her face affectionately, especially in a quiet, intimate moment, she's often allowing herself to be emotionally vulnerable too. That's huge. Women don't emotionally soften around men they don't trust, especially strong women. In fact, the more independent she is, the more meaningful her softness becomes, because it's chosen, not given automatically. And if you're smart, you won't abuse that. You won't suddenly become cocky and assume, oh yeah, she's mine now. That mindset destroys connection fast. Nobody belongs to anybody. Real attraction is maintained through emotional consistency, trust, and presence, not possession. And honestly, women can feel the difference between a man who appreciates connection and a man who treats intimacy like an ego trophy. One creates closeness, the other creates distance. So if you really want stronger relationships, stop obsessing over tactics and start learning emotional awareness. Pay attention to comfort. Pay attention to pacing. Pay attention to the energy between words. Because attraction is happening there long before anything physical ever happens. And here's the funny part. Once you understand this, dating actually becomes less stressful. You stop chasing constant validation. You stop overthinking every text message like it's a hostage negotiation. You stop trying to force chemistry where none exists. Instead, you become better at recognizing genuine openness. And women notice that maturity immediately. Because calm confidence is rare, especially in a world where everybody's trying to perform. So the next time you're with a woman and you notice her leaning into your touch instead of away from it, relaxing instead of resisting, looking at you softly instead of cautiously, don't just think, how do I escalate? Think, she trusts me enough to relax here. That mindset alone changes everything, because the men women remember most aren't usually the loudest, richest, or smoothest. They're the men who made them feel emotionally safe while still feeling desired. That combination? Dangerously attractive. And if you can master that balance, you won't need gimmicks, manipulative tricks, or fake alpha performances anymore. You'll naturally become the kind of man women feel drawn toward without fully being able to explain why. And honestly, that's always been the real secret.